You are about to experience a heart attack. Welcome to Crowdfunding Comics' craziest new pitch show. This is Byron O'Neal, media editor for Comic Book Yeti, and today I'm welcoming James Lawrence to the show to talk about his Kickstarter project, The Legend of La Mariposa, Vulcan's Challenge. Welcome, James.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. To refresh everyone real quick about what we do here on Heart Attack, James will get 5 minutes on the clock to answer a series of rapid-fire questions to help convince the viewer, you, to back Legend of Mariposa, Vulcan's Challenge. You ready for this, James?
Oh, yes, born ready.
All right. So we'll get the clock up here. You'll see it in the corner. There you go. But give me your elevator pitch for this installment of The Legend of Mariposa.
Sure, it's Nacho Libre meets Samurai Jack. It's Conan the Barbarian, but with shining wizards instead of actual wizards. It's full color, all ages Lucha Libre mayhem with a strong dash of comedy.
And this is the third book of the series in graphic novel form, as I understand it. So give me a quick recap of what happened in 1 and 2 and where we're headed this time around.
Yeah, sure. So volume 1 was The Demon Gauntlet. That was a collection of a webcomic story. That was a 200-page long saga that featured La Mariposa trying to gain access to a influential wrestling stable by defeating 4 demons and gathering their masks. A lot of twists and turns along the way. The Climate of the Stories, which was kickstarted successfully last year, was a collection of short stories that I drew while I was doing the Demon Gauntlet, so I'd have something to sell in print at conventions. Vulcan's Challenge is the standalone third book. It ties up a plot thread from the Demon Gauntlet and from the Climate of the Stories, but it's designed to be standalone. In it, La Mariposa enters into a mysterious battle royale in order to rescue an old friend from himself.
Okay. Well, why La Mariposa? Why a butterfly?
Initially, the idea concept for the character is that she was based on the concept of the Chaos Butterfly, which is why she's got the butterfly imagery and the lightning bolt imagery. The idea being that she kind of like begat change wherever she went. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it became less important to who the character was. It was just a handy motif that could be applied in the same way that Tiger Mask isn't particularly tigery, apart from, the mask, and Blue Demon isn't particularly demonic.
Sure.
The motif isn't really the point. It's just a handy symbol.
Okay. Well, what can you tell us about the principal antagonist, Vulcan?
So Vulcan is a mysterious figure. He is of an older generation of luchadors who have much more in line with demigods than professional athletes.
Okay.
Generally speaking, in the world of La Mariposa, the older you are, the more generations you are further back, the more powerful and mythic you become. And Vulcan is a holdover from that period of time.
Okay. Describe some of the other fun wrestlers that show up in here. You don't have to hit all 15. I think there are 15, right? I love the fish guy. Yeah, Great Carp. He seems cool.
Oh, yeah, Great Carp actually is borrowed from Josh Hicks's Glorious Wrestling Alliance, which is another wrestling comic here in the UK. Very great with Josh's gracious permission. In terms of the other wrestlers, we've got Rebel Ruckus, who's the leader of Biker Gang. We have Dada Abstracto, who is kind of like my tribute to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just wanted him to be kind of like a very flamboyant, fine art, kind of elitist character. We have Don Jefe, who's your classic mob boss. Sturm and Drang, who I have no real sort of personality for other than German. Los Hermanos Carapasos, who are a trios team, although interestingly, it's worth noting that armadillos always give birth to quadruplets.
Okay.
So, that's something interesting for readers of my of the Demon Gauntlet to kind of like put together. Those I guess are the main ones, the ones I put the most thought into. The other ones are just kind of like, your standard masked dudes and dudettes.
All right. Describe the artwork for the series.
Bouncy, rubbery, manga inspired, Saturday morning cartoon inspired. I want the characters to feel like rubber balls. I want them to squash and stretch and contract as they need to.
Okay. Who's really going to love this book? And hint, everybody is not unacceptable, even if they would.
Wrestling fans, non-wrestling fans, kids' parents. It's great if you are a wrestling fan, you want to get your kid into wrestling. It's great if you just like high octane action. It's great if you like a laugh. It's got a really broad audience, I think.
Which character was the most fun to draw?
La Mariposa. La Mariposa is always the most fun to draw because I spend the most time with her. Although Vulcan is a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. Did you grow up a wrestling fan yourself?
Oh yeah, my whole life.
Okay.
My whole
Who's
life.
your favorite?
I fell out of it. Oh, that's too big a question for 5 seconds. At the moment, I would say MJF.
Okay.
I hope he comes back soon.
Cool. All right. 5 minutes are up. So that wasn't too bad, for a heart attack, right?
Yeah, it was good.
So I worked as a production assistant in what feels like another lifetime ago for WCW. So, wrestling is a wheelhouse for me. It looks like so much fun. I love luchadors, and all the cultural elements here I think will be just fantastic for, readers young to old. So I think it's a great project.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always intimately aware that I'm playing in another culture's backyard with the Lucha Libre stuff, but I've done so much research on the thing that I really hope that kind of my rendition of it is kind of like respectful, in a way. And like I've had Mexican readers say that they feel that to be the case. Yeah, I mean, I love wrestling. I'm literally, while I was waiting for the meeting to start, I was rereading this.
Nice.
Which is just pretty comprehensive. And like I watch AEW every Wednesday and Friday when it's on. Yeah, I'm still deep in it.
Well, can people catch up on the first 2 installments with this campaign should they have missed it?
Yeah. It's both the first 2 books are add-ons, available as add-ons.
Okay.
So you can get all 3 books in print or digital if you so choose. I should warn you though that print editions of the Demon Gauntlet are extremely limited. I have got like maybe around 30 copies left at this point, and there's no plans to do a reprint.
Okay. Where can people go to back it?
Just go on Kickstarter, search for the Legend of La Mariposa Vulcan's Challenge. It'll pop up, or you can follow me on Twitter at King Friday Joe. That is the royal title, the day, and the abbreviation of Joseph, where I never shut up about the campaign while it's running.
That's the nature of the beast, though. That's what you got to do.
Indeed. Yep.
Yeah. Well, James, thanks so much for taking a little time to chat with me today.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for having me.
Yeah, we try to keep it short and sweet, but pack in a lot of information. I hope everybody checks it out. I was a backer today after doing a little background on it. It just looks like so much fun.
Yeah, thank you very much for your pledge and for your kind words.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, make sure to subscribe to Comic Book Yeti YouTube channel if you enjoyed it. It's right down there at the bottom. It helps us out a lot. This is Byron O'Neal on behalf of all of us at Comic Book Yeti. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Comic Book Yeti YouTube channel and this episode of Heart Attack. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.